Ahead of Election Day, people are constantly being told to go out and vote. But for thousands sitting in jails across Wisconsin, it's not that simple.
Our Tahleel Mohieldin explains how casting a ballot while incarcerated but not a felon comes with big barriers.
It's a question not often asked of the thousands behind bars and jails across Wisconsin.
No one is coming to you and saying, hey, who do you think should be in office this year?
Anthony Cooper with the Nehemiah Center works a lot with the people inside Dane County Jail. He says locked up shouldn't mean locked out of voting. Most people awaiting trial or serving misdemeanor sentences have the right to vote. But Cooper says jails don't make it easy.
Some of it is sometimes for some people, they didn't know that they even had an option, that they could vote.
You're talking about people who, in many cases, are not there because they've been convicted of a crime. At that point, everyone is innocent until proven guilty.
According to the ACLU, roughly 32 of Wisconsin's 72 jails have brief and vague inmate voting policies, and at least 18, including Dane and Columbia County, have no written policy at all. Others in our area, the Rock and Iowa County jails, rely on policies the ACLU classifies as non-specific. Those policies don't answer questions like what address to use if you're homeless, deadlines for voting absentee, or how to get a duplicate ID from the DMV.
Well, our practices are key.
Sheriff Calvin Barrett says despite not having a policy in place, the Dane County Sheriff's Office has taken steps to educate inmates about how to register and vote absentee. He says unlike other county jails, which only inform inmates of their voter eligibility at intake or by request, they take education a step further.
Our ultimate goal is to eliminate the barriers that people face while incarcerated so that they can exercise their constitutional rights to vote.
Besides regular messages on inmate tablets about the voting process, the jail has also partnered since the spring with members of the Dane County Voter ID Coalition. They help set up one-on-ones with interested eligible voters.
I want people who are in the jail, maybe because they have made a mistake, to feel like they can rejoin society as a productive member of our community. And if they feel like they have a voice in government, maybe that helps them do that.
Julia Gilden with the coalition says the biggest barrier eligible voters in Wisconsin jails face is having access to an acceptable voter ID.
For folks who don't have a valid ID on the day that they're incarcerated, or who maybe lose that in the process of their arrest or some other circumstance.
For their part, the Dane County Jail works with family and friends on the outside when possible to get inmates copies of their IDs. For those without that option, going to the DMV to get one isn't a choice they can make.
They're totally disenfranchised.
The ACLU estimates of the thousands eligible to vote, only 50 people in jails across the whole state of Wisconsin submitted a ballot in 2020. To learn more about how other jails in our area manage inmate voting and what it would take to set up a polling location in jail, you can head to our website, channel3000.com.